Well, hey there, friends. Welcome to The Wandering Bard. Happy Monday night, one and all. I am Jeremy Grafe, and this week I am joined by the amazing Mary Grace Lee.
Great to be back. Cheers.
Oh. Woo!
Cheers. Oh, cheers to the house elf. All around.
Here's a health to the house elf. Well, I'm really excited about tonight because I get to play with Grace again. And even more excited because a little later tonight we're going to talk about her new album, Air.
Yeah, we are. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. It's good to be back. It's been way too long.
Oh my God.
So,
yeah, it's been March.
I think you're right.
Stenographer paying attention out there? I see all wings are reporting in. West Portugal is in the house. Australia is in the house. New York.
Australia.
And I see our delegate to Spain has returned home. So, yeah, right. Well, we got a lot of music for y'all, so we're going to get to it. But while you have a little bit of time, think about some questions for Grace, because we're going to be hitting a Q&A about halfway through the show. So if you have any questions about Grace, her stuff that she does with her brothers and sisters in Seasons, or her new album, Air, hit us up.
Or even my favorite color. I get the important
anything.
Stuff. Like,
this is going to be like
could ask about my music.
Yeah, this is going to be a Mary Grace Autumn Lee AMA. So bring it, people.
What is your favorite color?
It's not on a rope bridge, so we're all good.
It's purple.
Woo!
See, we already started.
We already know.
It's not
That's
even the Q&A, and we're already in it.
We're in it.
Thank you.
I love that one. You're just like, it's always hard playing next to you. Like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. It's like so
Yeah,
powerful.
the fourth-
It's just like,
Thank you. The fourth verse is the tricky one for me.
yeah.
Heather wants to know, tacos, crunchy or soft?
That's so tough. I'm gonna say
Don't-
soft.
Good. You don't want to offend the
But
Texans.
it's hard because I like soft, but sometimes I like crunch up chips and put them in it. So best of both worlds, you know. But yeah.
She says that crunchy is superior.
Ooh,
Who
got a
says that?
debate here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like that's tough. That's fine.
Well,
You get down with your Kansas self. Well, Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Oh yeah, let's move things along.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
It's a good time.
Well,
All those pubs.
speaking of fun Ren Fair stuff that we get to play together, this is kind of a fun tune set that I don't know that I would do this solo, but when I've got somebody who's as good of a melodic player as Mary Grace here, I would do this.
Oh shucks.
Oh, we're drinking to that?
Yeah.
All right, to Mary Grace. Woo!
woo!
Gotta get loose for this one, you know? Like,
That's right.
muscles gotta be like, gotta be ready.
Well, these are three of Michael's favorite drinking songs anyway. So.
All right.
Hai visto l'ora la lebri, hai visto l'ora danza, hai visto l'ora la lebri, hai visto l'ora danza, tutte e tre saziando con dei lauri, hai visto l'ora la lebri, tutte e tre saziando con dei lauri, passione. vaincre Ray, à mes tout tourner, 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 tourner. Voici des amis, je bois un jour à bois. Quand je viens de vaincre Ray, à mes tout tourner, 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 tourner. Voici des amis, je bois un jour à bois. Chantons et mouvant, c'est fait qu'on fait sans la guerre. Chantons et mouvant, mes amis, pour bon. Chantons et mouvant, c'est fait qu'on fait sans la guerre. Chantons et mouvant, mes amis, pour bon.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's a keeper.
That was fun. Yeah, I
Pause
think
for a drink.
that's true. Everybody hydrate up. Wonder Turn powers activate.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so here's the fun part, kids. This is why most of you really tuned in tonight. I want to talk a little bit about air. Can you talk about, like, well, first of all, why'd you name it that?
Great question. So I'm about to get like all nerdy and all about literature for this hot second. But it's named after one of my favorite books, Jane Eyre. And Jane Eyre, a big theme in it is about just like coming into your own and like rebirth. And this album for me was like all of that because the dulcimer isn't really in like Irish music like it is, but it's not like a traditional instrument. So it's like, oh, like I want the dulcimer to like almost sound like it's a part of the history. So it's like taking a look, it's like this whole new thing, but like how do we make it like pay homage to Irish music, yet be the hammer dulcimer?
Yeah.
So it was like taking these lots of ideas, and so I found that title kind of like suited that.
Cool. So
Yeah.
as you were doing this, I mean, so I'm hearing a couple things about that. But, and first of all, I've been listening to the album since it came out on May 12th.
Thanks, man.
And it's really good. So I think you did a really
I paid
good...
you. I slipped you that 20 before the
Well, you
show
know.
there, you know.
you got to get your money's worth. But in all seriousness, I think you did a really good job of like honoring a lot of like seriously traditional tunes.
Hey, thank you.
And like making the dulcimer sound like it just should have been there all
Oh,
along.
it should have been, you know.
Should have been.
What was wrong? Should have been there.
But so as you were making the album, like I heard you say a couple times that it took you like 3 years.
It did.
And
3 years.
I'm hearing like something in that. Like, what was the biggest challenge getting the record together?
It was like a mix of things. I mean, a big thing was COVID. So like
Well,
the
sure.
studio kind of like closing, opening, closing. It was also, I think too, like putting together a repertoire. Cause like for all my life, like I've played, you know, with my band Seasons and different groups, but like I never had like my own repertoire. So I think
Yeah.
together was also like trying to build like all this like solo music, and like I would be ready to record them, kind of be like, oh, I could do way better than this. So like scrapping stuff and restarting. So that was like, it was a mix of things, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
COVID, also me just being like, oh, let's see if I can do better. And
Yeah.
yeah, you know, and like I do have some guest musicians as well. So it was also like, you know, working with different schedules and all that. But
Sure.
in the end, like it was worth it. You know, I look like if I had put it out in under a year, I'd be like, oh man, like this could be
Yeah.
way better. So like it is nice because in that 3 years, you're like, well, you had a lot of time to work with, so
That's right.
it better be good. Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it really did work out. Yeah.
I mean, putting together something that not only is going to sound great on a dulcimer, which you did, but I mean, finding your own voice, not just with
Absolutely.
the dulcimer, but like the
yeah,
songs
no,
that you
it is. It's definitely like getting out of your, you know, comfort zone. Like when you play with a group and you're like, I'm gonna drop out now. You do it and it's fine. But like when you're solo, you can't be like, I'm dropping out now. Like it's, you know.
I mean, you can,
You
but-
could. There'd be some like awkward silence,
Sure.
but like,
Well,
you know.
Backing up just a touch. So, can you talk a little about the process of like why you picked the songs that you picked?
Ooh, good question. A big thing was, I think, like paying homage to just like the history of Irish music and like what it's about. You know, Irish music is about community and, you know, like
Yeah.
coming together to play music. So it was a mix of, I think, a lot of common session tunes, and a lot like people who are involved in Irish music are like, oh, I know that one. But also I think showing that there's even more to that, and there are some tunes that just like are not common and not very popular, and so just finding a balance of like it goes deep into this rabbit hole. There's so much more to explore, but also like it's about people and community, and you want people to feel like they know it and everything. So it was a lot of fun just like listening to tons of Irish records to be like, I like that, so it was fun. Just I think that was the best part, was just listening to music and going to sessions and being like, I need that tune,
Yeah. No, that's very cool. So what are you most proud of?
Ooh.
Is there like a moment, or is there like a whole song, or?
Good question. I think for me, one of the big goals from the beginning was I was like, I want to make an album that both like people who are like musicians, like you could listen to it and be like, whoa, that's a good arrangement. They could see the technicality of it. But also people who are just music appreciators could listen and they're like, I can follow this. Like, this is lovely. So finding a balance that was like, you can put it on and feel like, this is like not way above me. Like, I can follow this. But also, someone who is like a musician and they're like, oh, that's creative. Like, that's impressive. And I kind of did that because I've been hearing a lot of great feedback from musicians who are like, hey, that's really good, but also like people who are just music appreciators, like, hey, I like this song, that sounded really nice, and you're like, sweet, like, kind of like something for everyone, which is hard to do, but I'm just really happy that it's something that like a lot of people can enjoy. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm fairly certain we've already got links up, but go forth to Bandcamp and buy her record. And you can
I sign all of them, and on the envelopes I do my best to make a little dulcimer and try to make it special, so
But there are downloads available.
There are,
if you're not into the physical
or
thing.
you could get the CD and like use it as a coaster, or like the artwork is gorgeous, so you could hang it up. So even if you don't have a CD player, like it's still pretty cute.
You have a nice coaster, and you can cut apart the actual digipack and have little frameable works of art.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool. Well, shall we give the nice people a sample of what they can expect?
Let's do it, yeah.
Do you want to talk a little about this song?
Yeah, so this is a tune called Over the Moor to Maggie's, and it is much more of it is like a common session tune, so you do hear it. And this one for me, I just loved it. It has 3 different parts, and it just has a very like relaxed feeling. It's funny because like when I hear this tune, I think of like, you're at like your friend's house playing a tune, and it works out very well because I'm at a friend's house playing a tune, and I just like, I like that very kind of relaxed feeling, laid back of it. But this one is called Over the Moor to Maggie's.
Cool.
All right, you ready?
I am.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. love working with you because I will just like either throw you a ton of stuff or throw absolutely nothing because I have nothing prepared. And I'm like, hey, can you put something together?
I'll do my best.
You do it. Like, it's like magic.
Thank you, Grace.
You're welcome.
Hey, I forgot. I did see a couple of questions earlier on. Judith wanted to know your favorite dinosaur. She wasn't interested in your favorite color.
What? Favorite dinosaur? I always like the Triceratops.
Solid choice.
Solid choice.
Solid choice.
Oh, God.
That or I'd say the pterodactyl.
Yeah,
I
pterodactyl.
like the new Jurassic World's coming out soon.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for that. At first, I was thinking of dinosaurs from that movie, and I'm like, some of those aren't real dinosaurs because they're like made with science and all that. I'm like, does that count as a dinosaur? I don't know. But yeah, I always like the Triceratops. Like,
It's cool.
yeah.
It's big. It's got horns.
Comment
nice
in the
shield.
chat with what your favorite dinosaur is. Let's
Ooh.
know. Do we have any Triceratops
What's
fans?
that beeping, friends?
We have our house elf swearing over there. God,
Yeah.
I should bleep it out.
That's good. So that beeping that you're hearing.
It was so good.
Exactly.
So part of the fun of Live from the Wandering Bard is if you're live and in person, the kitchen's open. And tonight, we had another Ember Day pie, courtesy of the Fetterman Recipe Foundation. So thank you, David.
It was like a mic drop meal. I was just like, yeah.
We didn't drop a mic in the pie.
Worthy for seconds.
That's true.
It was. I went back for seconds.
But for dessert tonight, and this is why there's the beeping, we have a nice tres leches rice pudding. Very exciting. A question?
Yeah. What other instruments?
Ah, yes. Thank you, Carlos.
Ooh.
Can I ask it?
What other instruments do you
Oh.
play?
What other instruments? I play piano, Celtic harp, hammer dulcimer, Irish drum, also known as the bowron, and tenor banjo. So I should bring more. Like the next time, we'll just like
We could just start
do all the
switching
things.
things.
Yeah,
That's
could,
right.
You could play the harp. I could play guitar. We'll just.
I might need a minute in the harp,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You'll get
we'll
it.
give
You'll
it a
get
try.
it.
Sure.
You're a fast learner. We're like.
Oh yeah,
crash
real
course,
fast learner.
Crash course on the Celtic harp.
Yeah, fast learner. That's me.
All the instruments. You're playing the bass, so
I mean,
we have a lot. We can do.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we won't actually drop mics. Yes, they are expensive.
They are.
Even the cheap ones really aren't that cheap. If they're that cheap that you're willing to drop them, you shouldn't have bought them in the first place. Anyway. Do we want to play some more music?
Let's do some more music.
Do we have some questions that I neglected to mention?
Questions, cares, or concerns?
Right, moving on.
After the music.
After the live stream.
So, hey, we forgot to mention something really important in the last section. So, next Thursday, which is June 2nd, we're going to be doing a little bit of a multi-stream to celebrate the release of Air. So you've got a couple of choices. First, don't miss Volgamut Live at 7 p.m. Eastern on their channel. And most of you, I suspect, are already following that channel. But if you're not, somebody will nicely point that link in the chat. So you will be able to do that after the show. But after Misha and the lads get done and the mooing finishes for the evening, you can pop over here, right here on this channel, or you can hop over to Mary Grace's Hammered Dulcimer channel on Facebook. And the link should be appearing momentarily, magically in the chat.
Ta-da!
It is in there.
Just our Facebook link.
Yep,
Just like
that's
that.
the one.
Just
Just like that.
Just like
Magically, it will appear. So that will be next Thursday, June the 2nd,
June 2nd.
at 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m.
And Grace and I will play a lot more songs from
Yeah.
Air and a lot fewer other songs, but we still have a lot of good music for you. So you should do that. Yeah,
It's going to be a great time, so don't miss it. Don't miss Volgamut. It's going to be
that's true.
2 hours of killer music.
Judith is making the call that we have to record a duet. Well, we're doing that right now, kids. So maybe if we ask nicely, maybe Grace will consent to maybe use some of the audio for this for the fine folks that support JeremyGrafeMusic.com. That's right. For just $5 a month, you get access to my entire catalog of music, which right now is 4 full-length albums
Whoa.
and some really fun acoustic EPs that are on the horizon. I'm actually waiting for some art to post those, but maybe we can add some of those. Maybe some of tonight. I don't know. We'll see what
Find
Mary
out.
Grace has to think about that. And anyway, so hop on over and support the website because that does other nice things. That allows me to bring more people in.
I messed up the stream.
And
I don't know how to get it back.
hang on.
Can you help me? Sorry, friend.
Pause it. Pause
Grace.
everything.
Pause.
Talk about
pause.
some fun things about your album.
Fun things about the album. If you buy the album, there's some really, really cool artwork. I worked with 3 of my friends, a photographer and a graphic designer, and even a fashion designer helped with some really cool artwork. So if you buy the album, you're going to see all of that. So yeah, a lot of great tunes. Also, I mentioned there are some guest musicians. So we have my brother Peter, who plays guitar, my sister Mary Kate. If you go to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, she plays harp, and she's on it as well. So a lot of good stuff there. A lot of good music. Hopefully something for everyone. And yeah.
I mean, I'm stoked on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It has Jeremy's approval, so it must be good. So you have to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, go forth. Get
Go
that.
forth.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we got some more music. Look
We
at
do.
that.
But I think first, a toast.
Another toast.
To getting to work with friends,
Yes, to friends.
to working through the gremlins.
I think we should get some real toast here as well. So there's
Actual toast?
Lots of toast. Like we could toast with our
mean-
cups and eat toast. There's.
I don't know that
So
I want
much
to sing
stuff.
with crumbs flying out, but
I
you
don't know.
can.
I could eat it.
You could.
It would work for
You
me.
You just have crumbs inside your hammered dulcimer.
That's true.
So you'd have
It would
like
be a
a
lot.
hammered dulcimer, but also kind of a giant egg shaker. I don't know.
I don't know if that would work.
You could get some neat pets out of it.
We could. Lots of options.
Lots of options, friends.
I love options.
In the recesses of deepest watches by traces of. Can't remove the tendrils of dreadful certainty of clouded judgment of and the stakes are hard, much too close to call. Every choice is wrong. None go left unharmed. Shadows grow in us. Can't afford to trust. Pull back on the frame. Just what is this game? Why are we this way? What if all the rules change? Reality remains. But rotting awake. Not a good or great. Lay your head for us and stay. Well, speaking of cows and flan, I have good news and I have bad news. And then I might even have some better news. So the bad news is we only have one more song. The good news is we've got one more song. And the better news is we've got a whole other live stream next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here and on Mary Grace's Facebook channel. So that's going to be pretty great.
And Monday next week is really exciting. 'Cause you have
That's
a
right.
whole new special guest.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, no wait, I have more good news.
There's a lot of good news.
And thank you for reminding me. So friends, I am really excited that next week I will have Jules Schrader as my guest. And I'd say there is a excellent chance that she will be regaling you with our time, which some of you have lovingly referred to as the rotary telephone song. So I'm really excited about that.
Double the good news there.
That's right.
Yeah, it's great.
That's lots of good news. So it's mostly good news. The only bad news is we got one more. One more. So, yeah, right. Here's our last chance to drink up. Get at it, people.
Need to hydrate there.
Very important.
Hydration is key.
and then rise, burning up in a day. grace and praise. This isn't the end, only a change. Well, friends, thanks so much for hanging out with us on this Monday night. Thank you, Mary Grace, for coming
Thank you
and
for
playing.
having me, for feeding me. This is anytime.
All right.
I will come for food and for music. So
Well, let's do this again real
yeah.
soon. How about next Thursday?
Sounds great.
Awesome.
I think I'm free.
All right, let's do it.
Live with
8
that.
p.m. next Thursday, we will be here. Monday, my guest will be Jules Schrader. I have been Jeremy Grafe. This has been Mary Grace Lee. Lori is the mighty House Elf One behind the production desk. And of course, you have been hanging out in the common room at the Wandering Bard. Love you all. See you next week.
Bye. Thank you.